Welcome back to Armchair Gaffers. You're here with myself, Walks, Jess, SB, and a mystery guest. Can you guess who it is yet?
I wonder who it is.
You'll find out shortly. Welcome back, as I said, to Armchair Gaffers. For those of you watching this online, we'd like to remind you that the podcast is available for your listening pleasure on Spotify, SoundCloud, Apple Podcasts, and Google Podcasts. Before we get started, please make sure that you're subscribed to our YouTube channel, as we have content coming out on a weekly basis, and we've got a load of new content coming down the tracks.
They ain't ready for that.
They ain't ready yet. We are recording on Mothering Sunday.
Mother.
Shout out to
Mama. Shout 'em out.
mothers present, past,
Listen,
the Migos version.
Shout out all the dads on Mother's Day, because I don't think enough of a fuss is kicked up on Father's Day. So
We'll let the mothers have today.
No,
Yes.
no,
You're not going to give him their one day.
and the dishes better be clean when I get back home.
I'm not for that. Who were some famous footballing mothers?
That American girl.
Morgan. Yeah.
Oh, Alex Morgan. Oh, you're talking about a woman who is a mother and plays football. So I guess, you're right. Footballing mother.
Yeah.
Any mothers of male football players who stand out to you?
You got Lukaku's mum. She's a kind of a big deal.
PP.
I don't know much about. I know about PP.
Nah. I'm not having her.
Not having Lukaku's mum.
No, I'm not having PP's mum.
No.
Nah.
You're having Dolores?
Listen, because this is what it is. There's 3 of them that play football. Yeah.
Yeah.
One of them's good. So your thing is hit and miss.
Oh, so she's 1 in 3 there.
Remember her thing. She took 3 seasons to She did.
Oh, we said she
hit
did
the ground running.
Just let her warm up, let her acclimatise.
Yeah, like, she had the twins first.
Memphis Depay, his mum is a big deal. Doesn't really rate his dad, and Virgil van Dijk as well. So yeah.
No, but you know who I think
who's a mum I forgot.
I'm having whoever is Teo and Lucas Hernandez's mum, or whoever see Grandma Alonso.
Grandma Alonso.
Alonso, wherever she is.
On a veranda somewhere in Spain, looking over at the coast.
Why are you saying that?
She's just over there whipping the paella, making the boys step out and do stuff.
She got good eggs.
Wait.
They've done it well.
Good eggs.
They're not related.
Yeah.
Bro, didn't you know all of the Alonsos from Spain are all like...
There is some...
I've got a better one.
Mikel.
I've got the best one.
The best footballing mother.
Ronaldinho's mum.
She passed away recently. R.I.P.
No.
R.I.P.
It is whoever Cesare Maldini's mum was.
Okay, the ultimate matriarch.
The godmother.
She just patterned. She said, all right, listen, AC Milan, 20 years, got this.
Cool. Yeah, leave it with me.
Like legacy.
Shout out to, mums, past, present. Shout out to dads as well. Yeah, we're gonna get there. They're gonna get there day as well later in the year. It was a entertaining big game of the weekend for once. North London derby. The Gunners fought back to dent 10-man Spurs' top 4 Premier League hopes. Arsenal sealed their first North London derby win since December 2018. That was surprising to me.
Sorry, I got a lot of corn about that.
That seems quite a while ago, and it
ago.
doesn't feel realistic.
I said, I was in a group. Shout out Mike. Shout out CK. Shout out my other mates that are Spurs fans as well. Boom, I said, it's fuck's sake, like, let these man come and beat us, you get me? We let these youths come and beat us, and it's annoying because they haven't managed to do it for years. But the man are moving like I'm a deluded Spurs fan. Like, you're going on like, bro, I'm not saying that like there's a massive gap between Tottenham and Arsenal. But it's just a fact. When I watched the games recently, we don't lose. I'm not saying we batter Arsenal, but we just don't lose, innit?
That's a while, man, yeah.
But it's longer than people realise though, because it's either Spurs win or a draw.
Yeah, and today they managed to turn that around without captain Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang after he was left out of the starting lineup due to a disciplinary breach. I heard he broke pre-match protocol, is what they called it.
Did he come late or something like that?
They haven't elaborated on it, but you can fill in the gaps.
A lot of
pandemic,
different clubs have got different protocols. Like but Arsenal for a long time.
Fucking hell.
For a long time, Arsenal players had to wear the same shirt as their captain.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, the short sleeve or long.
Yeah,
Remember
before
Flamini?
used to do, and they didn't like it because he'd wear.
But he
I
cut
didn't
off
know
the
this.
sleeve,
That's
and
right.
then man tried to get onto him, and he said, "Hey, pussy, I'm a billionaire.
Yeah, yeah. Stock.
I really
shares,
mash works.
investments, Yeah.
Sack me if you
Out-
want to sack me."
Out of this football
They're,
stuff.
they're not going to do that. But yeah, Aubameyang was on the naughty step. His face at kickoff painted 1,000 pictures or explained 1,000 words or something like that. But yeah, he didn't look very happy. But they got the job done without him. Lamela produced a spectacular drilled rabona to beat Burnt Leno and find the bottom corner.
Goal of the season.
I was listening to the first half on the radio and I heard rabona and I'm thinking, oh, okay. But it's a rabona I haven't seen.
Best Rabona I've ever
It's
seen.
one that stayed on the ground.
Bro,
He
everyone
punched it.
said the same thing. That's how I know it's one of the most techiest Rabonas ever.
He punched.
He's punched
he's-
a rabona.
He wasn't
He's
close to the
low-
goal.
He's LD Rabona on the deck, and the first 8 yards that the ball travelled, it just travelled like this, just straight.
Stay true.
Like this. No, sorry, so you can see,
He punched
ball
it.
travelled like this, and then right at the end, started
There's a little bit of deviation. Yeah.
I couldn't watch it. I was on the go at the time,
Uh-huh.
and I was listening to commentary on BBC. I keep forgetting the guy's name. The guy with the he talks in that way.
Dan Walker.
No, he's the black guy and
Clinton Morrison.
No, the other
Clinton
one.
Morrison was on the radio. Yeah, we listened to
Clinton
him.
Morrison. Yeah, I
He's
love
not that
him.
bad though.
He's doing all right, you know.
He
Shout out
called
Clint.
it a
Better than
toe
Glenn
poke.
Johnson.
So I didn't know.
Oh,
I
yeah,
didn't know
at
it was
first.
a boner. So I'm
How
hearing
dare
a
you.
toe poke. He's wrapped his leg and then a toe poke. I'm trying to get my head around it.
Yeah. I was
Thinking,
confused.
How do you wrap your?
Oh,
Oh yeah, we're currently watching Man United West Ham. So
I
if you
got under.
can I just say sorry?
hear us deviate.
I'm just gonna quickly punch this in. Yeah, it's a new day because recently, for a good while, United but West Ham, and West Ham think, oh yeah, you're not the same United, and this is our
Toe
turn.
to toe stuff.
They try it all the time, and now reality's back. But yeah, go on, Jess.
Yeah, I'm here for that.
No, I was just what Morrison? Yeah.
Yeah.
Clinton Morrison. He did
Said-
call it a toe poke. Just I was
He
listening.
said he's wrapped his leg around it and he's toe poked. I'm trying to think.
Bonkers.
I had the picture I had in my head was a cross, and then he's poked his toe and literally slid across the floor and literally just poked
Bit
it.
grimy.
Yeah, but it wasn't that.
No, fantastic goal from Lamela, who has been in good form. I was speaking with my brothers and I was saying, kind of, what is Lamela's best trait?
Shit house.
Shit
Apart from
house.
being a shit, yeah,
shit
that
house,
seems shithouse extraordinaire.
It's shithouse, Rabona, and then
Other stuff, disciplinary, poor discipline. Lamela, produced a spectacular Rabona to make it 1-0. Odegaard scored his first Premier League goal.
sorry, can I just say this? And I clocked this earlier. I was like, what are the odds, of scoring 2 Rabonas, in your career? One of them's gone top bins, the other one's in the North London
Oh
derby.
my god, he scored the other one.
Yeah.
He did. Yeah, so he has done this before.
in
in the
take,
Europa League.
Yeah, take this in. Like, you've scored 2 Rabona goals and they mean nothing.
Yeah.
What are the, you've done the maddest of mad things, and no one's ever gonna care. Not because the goal wasn't good, just you lost.
Because they fade away. Into
Not even. You see the one in the Europa League was bonkers. Yeah,
Does anyone remember who it was against?
I know the color of the kit.
He lifted
They were
that
wearing.
one.
Don't tell me. Wait.
Because I remember I was in the car and I was like, I know what colour kit they were wearing.
Is it like
Green.
Tel Aviv or it's like Israeli
Second,
team.
you go with you're getting there.
Maccabi,
Maccabi, no.
Tel
Maccabi Tel
Aviv.
Aviv. No.
If it's Israeli, yeah.
It's the blue and yellow
Yes,
one, man.
Scorch.
Fuck.
Yes, you were there.
Oh,
This should be final third with
Ukraine?
the kits.
It's a Greek professional club.
And it's not Applewell.
No,
AEK.
No, it's not Limassol.
AEK.
we could be here all day. It was Asteras Tripolis.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
But
Was
they
them?
wear
How
a
did they
blue
play
and
them?
yellow kit in the Europa League, and that was a few years ago. So
How was
he
that
has
Israeli?
No, it wasn't.
Oh,
Scorch said Applewell, which is a Greek team.
Alright, go on.
Martin Odegaard opened his Premier League account after sweeping home Kieran Tierney's cutback, decent little cutback, and they turned the game around in the second half
Decent
when
deflection.
Alexandre Lacazette scored from the spot after being sived down by Davinson Sanchez. Was this a penalty for you? I was
I
surprised.
haven't seen anything.
I said it was rash, but everyone got onto me like I was saying something mad.
Scorch?
But like this guy, I told you lot already. Yeah, I told you lot already. Yeah, Sanchez. Yeah, crack that. Crack all of them. Anything that's got alcohol in, crack it. Sanchez. Oh man, geez, you're not stopping the shot. Like, it's not happening.
Mm-hmm.
That what? Like, I don't understand. This geezer's kicked fresh air. Like, his body mechanics should tell you his hips ain't getting over the ball, bro. Like, it's not happening. Like, he's not, the ball's up here and he's not turning anything.
Yeah.
He's not scoring. It's okay. Why are you, like, and you know the most frustrating thing about it is Lacazette, Lacazette has done a fresh air shot, kicked the ball with the outside of his left boot.
Swing.
Like he's not a professional footballer, which is poor. But, okay, cool. He then gets the penalty. Bearing in mind, you've won a penalty not by doing something cold.
He hasn't really manufactured it as such,
You fucking kicked thin air and this stupid idiot has kicked you, yeah? So then, you know what? Instead of him saying, you know what? Let me not be ashamed. Let me not be a tasteless waste man, batty boy, that usually plays cold and just pops up from time to time and
with a bit of magic.
with a decent meme with Aubameyang. Let me not... He goes and bags and then he fucking celebrates like he's done something sick.
Shit house level.
And the pen was decent as well. I was
Very
like,
good
you make me sick.
Yeah,
Very good pen.
Good
Fuck's
pen.
sake.
I personally didn't. I thought VAR would overturn it.
For the foul.
I just thought he's missed the ball.
And then you've kicked him.
And you've kicked him. That's what I thought.
It's a shit kick as well.
So why did everyone think I was going crazy when I said that then?
That's
thinking-
good. That is decent goalkeeping.
Decent goalkeeping there. And Bruno looks to
He
be injured.
he barely touched Lacazette.
Yeah, I thought Lacazette made him move a bit. But if you're going to do it, fair play to him. He's won the game.
On a separate note, why didn't Jose play Gareth Bale?
Wow.
Hey, do you know what? Hey, big up off. Because he asked me a serious question and I was like, oh fuck. He's like, I'm gonna need on ACG, I'm gonna need some kind of explanation. As to why Tottenham played like that.
No, I need an explanation.
After when they went down to 10 men.
It improved.
What are we doing?
It improved.
Why are we pressing with 10 when you had 11? Like, and you know, I was saying to a man weren't really hearing what I was saying. I was saying the way we're playing is no good. Yeah? Because we're not actually doing the low block counter thing. We're actually reasonably high up the pitch. But we're not pressing though. So all you're doing is just inviting man to just go in behind you. You're putting no pressure on the ball and your defence is higher up where you might actually have to do real defending. Like, it's not a case of put bodies in the way. Yeah. You defenders are gonna
have to do the real stuff.
So we weren't doing one or the other. We weren't actually expressing ourselves and playing football.
I think Arsenal did well from what I heard on the radio in the first half. And from speaking to other people, they said it was a decent performance without, I guess, the cutting edge.
Emil
Smith-Rowe saw the strike, great strike.
Hit the post and a crossbar.
Got a little bit of a squad now as well. Like,
yeah. I think I've got something to say. Yeah, Thomas Partey, who I am a fan of, I do feel like he might have tailed off a little bit. Like that performance against United where he dominated and gave.
Hold on 1 second. Wait. When you're saying he tailed off a bit, tailed off from where?
So he set the bar
for that performance.
That performance against Man United.
When?
That was November the 1st.
Oh right.
He was the best player on the park.
Hold on, he set the bar in when?
November.
Right, yeah, I'm following you.
So he gave Arsenal and the Prem, I guess, an insight into the player that he could be. But then I've watched him recently and he's been like quite sloppy.
He's been very
sloppy, not looking sharp. And I know he's been out for ages and whatnot. But some of the things I'm seeing, I'm just kind of like,
holds on to the ball too long.
I didn't actually read the article, but I saw the thumbnail and it was like this was before today's game, and he said that there's only been 2 games where he's played well.
Yeah,
this is his own
he
words.
said that himself.
His own words. Fair. I think I assumed one was the United game, and the other one's probably in Europa League against some farmers. But but I haven't been impressed.
Yeah, I don't know, and I'm not slagging him off, but I just thought like I've been watching him closely. A lot of wayward passes, being like sidestepped and stuff like that, and I'm just like, step it up, Partey, man.
He done a pass, a first time pass off the pitch today, like near the corner flag, and I was like, you know what, like we just need to get past this season.
Yeah, get it out of the way. And I feel that is the same for a lot of people a lot of the signings, from last summer. A lot of players just haven't settled and
COVID.
I definitely think Partey is gonna cut. Like he's cold.
I'm not writing him off.
On a different note, I hate to go there, but I was watching. It's not Conte time yet, but I saw Frank Kessie during the week against United.
Great performance.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to say.
All round great performance.
Yeah,
Man.
and I thought a party, and I was like, yeah, no,
Oh, yeah,
yeah.
I can't wait to talk about that.
Yes, let's get this. Let's wrap it up.
That's tomorrow. The defeat dents Spurs' top 4 hopes as Jose Mourinho's side, whose 5-match winning streak comes to an end. They stay 7th in the Prem, 6 points behind 4th place Chelsea.
But they don't look down.
No,
They don't.
but they might have to if they keep turning in performances like this. Meanwhile, Arsenal, who boosted their own European qualification hopes, stay 10th, 4 points behind Spurs. Lamela's red card for you guys. You see where
He's on the
players
edge.
just on the edge.
He's on the
that
edge.
3 or so minutes, he was running around a bit while
He was
he lives on
playing
the
like that the whole game.
No, he made about 2 or 3 tackles before he was sent off. Where
He was going home. He
could
could have got the second yellow
earlier.
The joke is the first yellow should have come.
Wait,
Prior.
after the red.
But you think that's a bang on red card?
Yeah, like,
He
do you
deserved
know what
it,
is
but-
even if you say like forget that accumulation, he's
taking the piss.
Yeah, he's killing.
Fair play. After the game, Mourinho said, "No post-match interviews for referees. That is a pity."
Why does he love to just move the pressure?
Shifting.
Shifting. hell.
He's good at what he does. I'm a big fan.
He's not even good with it though now because we've clocked on what you're doing
But we
now.
still love it though.
You know what you're getting. Scorch. We did say, I think on Thursday you said, "I understand what Spurs are doing now," and I said they have been on a good run, but I think like the next few fixtures coming up,
We will see.
we'll see the real source or what. Yeah, the team is made of. I guess the first hurdle they've stumbled at.
Being honest, and you know what it is as well. It's like the reason why it's annoying is I feel like maybe the message got lost today.
Yeah.
Because I couldn't see what we was doing.
Uh-huh.
Like even in the games when we've lost and it's been uninspiring, I get it. I know what's going on. I don't like it.
Mm-hmm.
Like I don't like everybody in our half and Son playing left back.
And
Trying to hit them with an amazing piece of perfect quality on the counter attack.
Mm-hmm.
But I can understand that's what we're trying to do. With today, I don't know what we're trying to do because we're not trying to counter them and we don't want the ball.
My one of my pals called me on my way here, United fan, and he's just had enough of Harry Kane as a United fan, and he says that
Kane was under it today. Definitely way off.
Rattled.
Do you know what's nuts though? He's sorry to cut you, just.
You know, sorry.
I'm not, but guess what? He clocked that this conversation was
going to take
beginning,
place.
and he said, "Right, guys,
I noticed something. So Gabriel had the ball and was about to clear it. So before that, he let Gabriel clear it and he didn't hit him. And I was watching it with my brothers and I said, "You've got to leave something on him. Next time that happens."
boom, the one down the line, innit?
Big contact. Yeah.
Cage rattle,
And then
that's
he kind of came alive from there. So sometimes, your game turns on things like that. Yeah, hit the post. But yeah, definitely not a great day at the office for Harry Kane or Gareth Bale.
I think Kane was, to be honest, I
saw
saw
him missing.
Yeah, in hamstring. So
Yeah,
what?
that could be.
His son.
Yeah,
Month
I don't
or
think it was mad though. But I feel like Kane
Couple
just was starved of the ball.
Yeah.
With no son as well, the counter attack just diminishes.
Which
ceases
counter where?
ceases to exist. Yeah.
But the sickest part about it is why after the 83rd minute, why did Spurs now?
It all started to come alive. Yeah.
Like,
Game started going.
the sickest part about it is, like all it is man said, "Bro, fuck these youths," and Arsenal went, "Oh no, you're working it on us."
I thought we were going to get a Desmond.
It would have been decent. Would have been nice.
I thought we were going to get Desmond, but yeah, we weren't. Given that Leicester turned over Sheffield United, we have to talk about it next.
No.
I've got something to say. A personal
no.
vendetta against all three of you. Last week,
Three?
SB, you didn't support me, so you were complicit. Kelechi Iheanacho, first Premier League hat-trick, helped Leicester to a 5-0 thrashing of Sheffield United to consolidate their place in the top 4. It was a nightmare start to Paul Heckingbottom's interim tenure. He replaced the departed Chris Wilder late on Saturday, with Sheffield United mustering just one shot on target at the King Power Stadium and suffering their heaviest defeat of the season. That's probably the biggest surprise, is that they haven't lost 5-0 just yet this season. Yeah, episode 25 last week. If you haven't seen it, please go back. 56 minutes is the timestamp. We had a discussion about Kelechi Iheanacho.
Oh my God! Wait!
You got timestamps out this week.
We had a discussion.
Wait,
whoa!
Yeah, it hit me with a. Yeah. I had spare time. I had a lot of time on my hands. So go back to last week, episode 25, a weekend review, 56 minutes. Have a look and see what my fellow presenters, panelists said about Kelechi Iheanacho.
I just want to put it out there. He didn't. You see, when sometimes we just discuss a few things before the show. He neglected to mention he was gonna. He
didn't say a damn thing.
I've spoken to him bare times since last week. He hasn't mentioned any.
No, but he's been in the group today. 2 and 2, 3, 3, 4.
I never said I have something to say.
So we see me. One thing I like to do in every walk of life is put things into context. So Kelechi Iheanacho scored for inform Leicester against managerless Sheffield United. Bottom of the league, managerless Sheffield. Bottom of the league, managerless, no hope Sheffield. Bottom of the league, going to the Championship, managerless Sheffield United.
There are loads of teams that have played Sheffield United and haven't scored hat-tricks this year.
Tell me this now, has any team played Sheffield United this season while they've been managerless?
Very good. Vardy turned provider today. I think it was 2 assists for him.
Fine.
Improving his game.
Fine wine.
At the ripe old age of 34, 35, whatever
It's
it
like
is.
fine wine, man.
In his time
fine Red Bull.
at the helm, Chris Wilder was never beaten by a goal margin of more than 3.
In the Prem.
So Heckingbottom's come in and made his stamp on the team. Ethan Ampadu, horrible day. He's had a tough season. But today it just seemed to be kind of compounded by errors, mistakes, the OG. Like, it was just a bit tough to see a young player like that.
Did they buy him? Yeah, was he on loan?
No, on loan, I believe. But I
Okay.
don't know if there's space
What
for
did
him at the Chelsea Inn.
What did Ryan Brewster do today?
Didn't play.
Man called him Ryan.
Ryan. So, like, Champions League winners medals, did they go down in value in the Championship, or did they go up in value in the
I'm not
Championship?
kicking him. He's had a tough enough year. But yeah, Leicester, good to see them, I guess, churning out results without their key players. Wesley Fofana was back, and I think his price is probably still going up. Made a key header before, I think it was Kiki Flores Sanchez. Before Iheanacho went on to score, I think his second. But yeah, he's back and looking as good as he did prior to his little run out of the team. So yeah, massive from Leicester. The Blades, one of the most hopeless teams I've ever seen. I feel like they're worse than that Derby team in way back.
Yeah, they were the worst.
Horrible team. Yeah. Speaking of teams in the relegation zone, Fulham played Man City yesterday.
Actually played Man City.
Bro, I can't lie.
They played them. It wasn't a game. They went toe to toe for a fair bit.
Bro,
of the
the
game.
only reason that they lost that game is because one of those teams is worth 2 bob, and one of them's worth 200 million. That's it.
Yes, you're very right. Manchester City ran out 3-0 winners at Craven Cottage. Sergio Aguero.
Oh no! My God!
Oh, Greenwood.
Was that Greenwood or Bruno?
You could tell by the way he struck it, Greenwood.
Yeah.
Crazy.
He kicks through the ball.
Yeah.
Sergio Aguero scored his first Premier League goal since January 2020 as Man City extended their lead at the top of the Premier League with a win at struggling for
No, it
20
was the 20th of January against Sheffield United.
Dean Henderson.
It's mad. I thought for some reason it was 2019.
Wow.
With regards to Aguero, so I know last year I think he only played about 8 games.
All in all, that's mad.
I think so. League games. I had to look it up because it didn't make sense. But even then, only scoring 1 league goal, like, it's a bit mad.
You probably should be chipping him with a little bit more.
And I've seen that Barcelona are looking at him. And there were parties that believe
Last resort.
that it's a done deal. But I don't understand. So basically, you let Luis Suarez go and sign like a diluted version of Luis Suarez. in my eyes.
He runs less than Suarez and is less of a shit house.
He doesn't bite. He doesn't bite
That's
nobody.
harsh.
He's not a racist.
Diluted.
Like he's diluted because
Sergio Aguero's diluted Suarez.
I've explained why he's
Just plays
What?
video games. Yeah, he's
I've just
harmless.
explained why he's diluted. You don't listen.
Harmless.
Because he doesn't bite
He doesn't
anybody
bite anyone
and
and
he's not racist.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
Bloody
he doesn't
hell.
run less.
Doesn't even like
And he-
have a family to worry about. His
He
family.
doesn't
His son
score
lives in
sideways
Argentina.
bicycle kicks all the time.
off his shin.
Off the
It's,
shin.
it's strange. But yeah, it's mad that he hasn't scored since January 2020. The result sees Pep's side move 17 points clear at the summit, with second place Manchester United having 2 games in hand, which are playing now. And at the minute, that lead will be cut to 14 points. It looked like being a tight affair, with Fulham testing a much changed City side during a relatively even first period. Yeah, they were actually going toe to toe. And I think all 3 goals had an element of suicide,
Yeah.
self-inflicted harm. Yeah, it weren't great, but that I guess shows Fulham's confidence at the minute.
You know, it is mental health awareness is just. You know what I'm
Oh,
saying?
my Lord.
If I build it up, man.
Yeah. Big up them. John Stones tapped in João Cancelo's free kick.
Jonathan.
2 favourites.
One second. Wait, hold on. These lot are talking about John Stones. I'm gonna go with.
West Ham.
I'm gonna go with my tea.
Oh, sorry.
John Stones tapped in João Cancelo's free kick. 2 minutes after the break for Gabriel Jesus, the most average player, bestest average player.
Gabriel Jesus, I'll say it again.
He's Paraguayan.
Yeah, he is the world's best average player. No bog like average player is as good as him.
And then, with the game under control, Aguero rounded off scoring with a penalty after Tosin fouled Ferran Torres. Fulham started the game without a recognised centre forward. Is the false 9 experiment only reserved for the big boys? And what are your thoughts on false 9s altogether? I'm not sure I'm a fan of it.
I'm not a fan of it.
I think the key thing about the false 9, you've got to be technically adept. Yeah, very technically adept.
The team?
You gotta have a
No,
style of play.
The actual
Yeah, you got
false
to be
9
very
himself.
technically adept.
Joined by a new
gotta have
guest.
patterns of
how's
play.
it going, mate? Nice to meet you. What's your name?
Oh, safe.
What's your name?
Forget that. What am I saying? Yeah.
False 9.
What position does that Loftus-Cheek play?
No, I'll tell you where Loftus-Cheek plays.
Marauding,
No.
bombarding.
8.5.
So
Eight and a half.
on the pitch, that space in between
The goals.
8.5.
Yeah, see, you got one goal in that end and you got one goal in this end. Okay, and then if you move into the middle, you got a big circle.
Yeah.
But then on either end of the circle, this way, you got lines that go up and down the pitch. Yeah. And when those lines go to the top, there's a line that goes that way.
Yeah.
And the other way, the line that goes that way. Anywhere in there.
Yeah, I'm not too sure.
You know what's mad? You know how fast life moves? Because
The
about
other
a year
day,
ago, England.
No, he was in the England
Bro,
squad.
listen.
He was the Chelsea's highest paid teenager, I think, or the best. He had got the highest contract, most lucrative contract.
Chelsea's
Yeah,
handsomest
franchise.
teenager. He's a handsome man. I give him
Yeah,
that.
he's turned to a handsome man now. Yeah.
Yeah,
like
but-
it's bro. I clocked with it. Like, bro, he's got loads of ability, loads of talent, loads of physical gifts and that. Yeah. But he like, I feel like he's a victim of being
Versatile.
too good, too young. Like, what's like? I asked a man the other day, what's his position?
I remember when he was playing like in the centre mid number 10 role for Chelsea and even for England, and he always drifts out to the right. See what KDB does when he's hiding from centre mid out to the right? He does the same thing. If you look at his heat map, it's all towards that
But
right.
he's not hiding. It's not the same as KD.
Not hiding, no, but
that's
he
just where
he's instinctively goes that way. And I think it's because of his style, where he can't turn because of his stature.
Yeah, I
So
hear
He
you.
can only run. And
If
he's
you
running
were
this
to
way-
want to run, which he's a powerful
Yeah,
runner,
once he gets going at
you
top
get out.
speed,
Yeah, I hear
get
it.
out of the
Yeah,
way.
he can only
Because
go that
only
way.
one person is able to run through the middle of the pitch
And that's
ever in football.
Yeah. Yeah, but no,
Yeah,
it's
false
mad.
nines. Ademola Lookman.
They're so
was,
shit. False nines are so shit.
the-
I don't think it's
Horrible.
reserved for teams in
I don't want to
relegation
hear. I
battles.
don't want. You see this shit, yeah. Like, I hate when Pep does something different and everyone says it's the best thing in the world. I don't think like inverted fullbacks is the best thing in the world. I just think Cancelo's sick. Yeah,
False
like,
nines.
I don't think false nine is the sickest thing in the world. I think Messi's sick. I think
started the false
Thomas
nine.
Muller is sick.
Fabregas started it for Spain.
Oh no, it was
Yeah.
Pep.
And
it
the
was
thing
Pep
is,
that
yeah,
started it, wasn't it?
Fab
He
done
brought
it
it
for
to-
Spain,
to
and
us.
he's a very technical player, and he's playing in a system that allowed that to happen. So you can't be like a Fulham.
Wait, that might have been the best false nine
Well, Fab,
I've seen. Like
Messi.
as a whole. That
Fabregas.
Fabregas and Do you remember that Spain team in that tournament?
Like as a whole, it was bonkers.
Did they
Do you
lose
remember?
the first
They
game?
absolutely smashed that tournament.
Yeah. Smash things for like how many years?
I think teams in relegation
Shouldn't
battles
maybe.
should,
Yeah.
like, just wait until you're clear. Robert.
2 banks of 4.
Yeah, I wrote a letter to
Something
the
that we all
FA. To what's these lot?
Stanley.
Park.
Stanley.
And I said, if you're a Midlands team, yeah.
Oh no.
If you're from like a mining background,
I think you're gonna say something.
He's
Oh,
gonna
no,
say
no,
something
no,
mad.
you've got to play 4-4-2. You should have to play 4-4-2.
What? No flare up.
But the
there,
Fulham
or-
are like bit chazzy. Is it Southwest London?
Oh, yeah.
They got a bit of a river.
Is that why?
Couple nice pubs.
Chelsea and
Yeah.
Fulham have to play 4-4-2.
Knightsbridge.
Listed building.
4-5.
Ground.
Can I do a segue?
Go on.
Your time.
Speaking of 4-4-2, speaking of mining towns, I don't know if this is a mining town, but I'm just gonna pretend
Probably
it
is.
is.
Midlands are not.
Definitely not the black country, but we'll say it.
Whoa.
Burnley.
That's definitely a my mentality.
Yesterday,
Are we going there now? We're
we
not there
saw
yet.
something.
We're not there yet. We're
We
not
saw
there
something.
We're
yet.
gonna go there though.
We're
Gonna go there?
we're gonna go there next.
Let's go.
But I might. Yeah, we could use that.
Where were we before we did this?
We were on
Was
false
that City?
nines. We were on
all
self-destruct
that.
mode for
Forget-
Fulham.
forget all
They
of that.
can't do
Yeah,
that.
forget
Don't
all
don't
that.
play up
And
from the
now-
back when you're in a relegation zone.
Up north, mining team, 4-4-2.
This is how it's done.
Burnley.
Yeah,
Let's go.
chalk.
With a sprinkle
Wait.
of
Wait.
Dwight McNeil.
Dwight
Dwight
McNeil.
McNeil.
Dwight McNeil.
Let me tell you something about Dwight McNeil. Not a lot of people know, yeah?
Come on.
Every person I've met called Dwight is from either Portmore, Spanish Town, a couple man from Tivoli.
I've got a cousin. who's-
Trinidad.
No, Trinidad.
Yeah, so it's supporters.
a couple Trini man they called Dwight. So I'm sure Dwight McNeil has got something in him because it's not. And even the Mech, how many yard man you know?
And
with a
There
Mech?
are-
And you know what man found out the other day?
Hmm?
Imagine Dwight McNeil is apparently got black in him.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying right now.
Mad.
Yeah, no, 100%.
No, he was doing his thing, man.
It all makes sense.
Burnley manager Sean Dyche said Dwight McNeil is an exceptional talent.
Then
After
why-
the England under-21 wingers' stunning strike helped Burnley boost their Premier League survival hopes at the expense of top 4 hopefuls Everton at Goodison Park.
I want to go off Dwight McNeil very quickly.
I didn't know Dwight McNeil was only 21.
I didn't know that.
I think he played for Man United. I think he was a
He's
Man
from
United
the-
player
yeah,
as
yeah,
well.
he's from-
But I never knew he was 20. Like,
Yeah,
that's crazy.
Nah. Makes a lot of
It's
sense.
Burnley holding him back. That's all.
I was thinking you're a bit of a pagan there. Because you know he's good.
I didn't see the game. I saw the score was 2-1, yeah? And I saw that Dominic Calvert-Lewin had scored. And
Yes.
and do you know what I said to myself?
Yes.
Yeah?
He flew.
I bet it was a good header.
Yep.
You don't even have to.
I haven't seen it.
Do you reckon he took a touch? Yes.
He took one touch.
Yes.
That was the only touch. He took
Yes.
the only touch.
You know what my brother said to me? Like when we was watching the game, yeah, there was bare times like the ball would come into Calvert-Lewin and bounce off him and whatever, and his touch wasn't, and his passing wasn't,
Crisp, yeah.
yeah. And I was chatting, big up Troy, big up Witter from Hear Me Out podcast, and he was like,
Decent striker.
decent
He
target
could,
man,
He could, yeah.
decent
can hold it
target
up.
man.
Yeah. Played against him a few times. Yeah.
See when he gives that one centre half.
When he's in the mood, yeah,
Yes.
good luck, man.
But he said, you know what it is? Like, because I was saying he still needs to refine that segment of his game.
Yes.
And it's kind of mad that he's got this far without that. And he was like, nah, what you're forgetting is he's quite young. So the way he's so exceptional in the air, he's like, that's something he's learned. And there's literally only a certain amount of time that you have. And he literally put all of his development
Into
and evolution into that. That's why that is so far ahead of the rest of his game. And I thought, rah, I can't really think of bare examples when I can look at someone's game and say, you're lacking in that area because you've been working at that. Like you get people that are sick at this
Lukaku.
and not good at that.
There's one guy I can think
But
of.
sick at what? What's he worked on?
His touch.
His touches.
There's one guy I can think
But I
of.
only know that because of Conte's when he
The training.
when he first went there. Conte
that's what
put
I'm
him
saying.
on
No,
there
but-
training
no,
for 3 months. to
No,
help
but
his
that's what I'm
touch.
saying. He's come into the game like this now. That's what I'm saying. There's not bare man you can look and say, you're so sick at that because you've been practicing that. Maybe like someone doing free
I can
kicks.
think of Iron Robin. He sacrificed that right leg and said, I'm only this one is just for stand.
Jesus
No,
Christ.
think about it. This
Training
one is
ground
only for
players.
standing.
And speed.
Like, so sorry to the segue. Iron Robin for his whole career did the same thing. He ran at you and he made you think this is the one time he's gonna go that way. And he made you believe
You
it.
know how sick? Wait,
For the
Hey,
99
big up Skip, yeah, because we always talk about this. Like, taking, this guy's whole career.
His whole career, he runs at you on his left foot, yeah. You know he's on the right, so he wants to cut in, yeah. You know he's going that way, inside, yeah. He's left, you're right.
And
yeah?
he already told you.
He's gonna
Yeah.
end up. He's gonna end up
But
there.
then what he does, He says
How though?
he makes to you. He does a Jedi mind trick and he makes you believe. Yeah, no, today I'm going to my right. Yeah, and you can today you're going to your right.
No.
And
I'm gonna do it one time,
time.
and this is the one time.
This is the one time. And then he goes that way.
Men in Black thing when they just.
That's it.
And then he goes there. Dwight McNeil, I guess it was his best Arjen Robben impression yesterday.
Yeah.
What a goal!
Cut inside.
Who did he give? He gave
Oi,
Someone.
I wanted to ignore it,
Who was
but
it?
he sharply beat
Alan.
Was it Alan?
Shem.
for curling into the top corner.
Do you know what I liked most about the strike?
Mm.
You know, there's that little moment. There's a moment, yeah. So before the shot, he runs around the ball. Because as he was running around the ball, I was thinking, what are you doing? Like, what are you doing? Because
You're not gonna do that.
You're not gonna do that. So you're gonna what? You're gonna chop it, and that's a bit. And then he went. Choop.
It was mad.
Oh, wow.
It was mad. Great finish. And yeah, that made it 2-0 after Chris Wood's fine finish with
Chris
Burnley's
Wood.
first shot. Gave the visitors a 13th minute lead. Entertaining first half took another twist with Dominic Calvert-Lewin headering in Tom Davies' cross to halve the deficit. Them two are like one of the great footballing friendships
Yeah.
Hey, can we say as well
I've ever seen.
that Iwobi done a little bit. That was nice for that goal.
Yes.
But you see, Tom, that is where patterns of play comes into play.
Nowhere to be.
Because the balls come in and he went, I saw it. He done this. He went, heavy touch. He didn't look back again.
Delivery. Unbelievable delivery.
Head down. Whip.
But yeah, so good to see Dwight McNeil showing a little bit of flair that he brings to, I guess, such a solid team. I'll call it solid. Dyche's side remain 15th, but they're now 7 points clear of the bottom three, while the defeat leaves Everton 5 points adrift of the Champions League positions. What do we make of Everton on the whole? Are they destined to win the Everton Cup again this year?
I think with the presence of Don Carlo Ancelotti, that they've got a chance.
For Europa?
They're going to go Europe. But
Nice.
again, there's only about 6 teams in the Premier League that can actually play European football.
Wait, a chance of what?
Yeah.
We had this. We had a little.
European
We had a
football,
tete-a-tete not too long
Yeah,
ago.
once Don Carlo Ancelotti, once he's gone, then
Sprinkle the wine.
they're finished. But the thing is, I don't believe they've got a squad to play
In Europe.
Twice
in
a
Europe.
week.
Yeah, like
Yeah,
West
yeah,
Ham,
yeah,
for example,
yeah,
watching
yeah.
them now, they're probably going to get European football. But
And die.
The big six is the only six I believe that
Who
could.
are built for it and
Built
made.
for it,
yeah.
exactly.
Our squad, like, for instance, Tottenham, our squad is actually built for that purpose.
Yeah.
Yeah, like Harry Winks, he's a Europa League player. Davison Sanchez, Europa League player.
Matt Doherty.
Matt
he
Doherty.
bled
He
today,
is not a
didn't he?
Europa League player.
He struggled.
Johnson's
Struggled
paint
today.
trophy.
Well, yeah, he's not going to be. He's not your first
Yeah.
choice.
Yeah.
So Everton, we're saying
6 is a good season for
Sixth,
Everton.
yeah?
If they
Yeah.
get 6th.
top 4 unrealistic.
Yeah, they're not getting top 4. I think top 4's done now.
Man
Great
City,
foul.
United, Leicester, Chelsea.
I didn't think Leicester was going to stay
Hold
in.
on, yeah.
But the way it's looking now, them out of Europe as well, I think they're going to just
They're
creep
dead.
in.
Another team that shouldn't go to Europe.
Yeah, because you know what's going to happen with them when they go into Europe.
Exactly.
Burn out a bit. Any expectations on Dwight McNeil? Great foul.
Honest.
Pushing on. Is he just a bright spark in a very workman-like team? This is only his second goal of the season, by the way.
I said, like, start of the season, there was a lot of who's the best youngster in the Premier League? And people saying Dwight McNeil. And I was like, Dwight McNeil, I'm not saying he's obviously a talented footballer, you get me? He's got a bit, but for me, I feel like a lot of the energy that goes towards Dwight McNeil is because of what he's around.
The context. Yeah.
I feel like, but then again, it's
You
like,
reckon?
yeah, man, because when you got man like Ben Mee, you know, it's not hard to get to,
good
you know, you
to
to
look
feel.
look a bit.
But I'll
cultured.
tell you what though, they got bare man in their team that strike the ball clean though.
Westwood.
They just strike.
Loughton chips in.
Like they
Loughton.
strike it clean.
Good Munson.
What I will say about them yesterday, their energy looked mad. The way they were pressing and harassing Everton was bonkers. It was good to see, man. They were on it yesterday.
Yeah,
No. Let's have it right, because we like to say fuckery things.
Mm-hmm.
There was times Burnley was playing tiki taka. I thought I'm gonna go extreme. They weren't.
Yeah, I didn't
bopping.
know where you
They
going.
were
but
playing good
football.
That's how good it was.
Tiki-taka.
Luke Shaw, man of the match. Lovely.
Again.
Also, as
Some.
well,
Go on, Jess.
Also,
What a
I don't
guy.
think there's enough space in this where we live for Dwight McNeil while Harvey Barnes is still alive.
Why? They're different positions.
Are they?
No, they're not.
No. They both play off that left side.
Actually,
Yeah.
Barnes is a striker.
No, Harvey.
no.
Harvey.
Oh, Barnes, yeah.
Forgotten
Sorry,
about Harvey
boys.
Barnes already.
Also-
Been injured for 2
Injured,
weeks.
isn't it? That's
Also,
why. Isn't it? The
what about
injuries.
that little boy? He's not there no more. He was at Bournemouth, yeah. David Brooks. I liked him.
Brother, listen, I've been saying to
Yeah.
man.
Scorch used to tell me that.
He was a baller, man. He had an injury though, didn't he?
Wilson, Mount. Scorch rates Brooks the highest, I remember. And
Yeah.
Man United were looking at him, to be fair.
Where is he?
But he got
Injured.
that
He's still a-
horrific injury.
Yeah,
had
he's
a
out for
bad injury,
more than
man.
a season, yeah.
Next season.
I still think that he's still a baby, yeah. So I think he's got.
He can ball.
Like, giving away a corner in the
He needs to
93rd
come in.
minute.
I know he
We've
needs to
seen
go.
this happen before. Oh no, full time. You know if that corner came in,
It would've been a
fucking
goal.
We're in big troubles.
Would have been a goal.
A couple stats on Burnley and Everton. Only Liverpool have lost more Premier League home games since the turn of the year than Everton. Liverpool lost 6. Everton have lost 5.
It's in the water.
Slipping a bit. Something going on in
In
the
that
Mersey.
Merseyside.
It's in the Mersey. It's in the
In
Mersey.
the Mersey.
yeah.
Chris Wood's opener was his 40th Premier League goal for Burnley. He's the second player to reach that tally for the club in the competition after Ashley Barnes. 2 Burnley greats.
Legends.
I don't listen.
can't
I'm
talk down on
sick
them,
of man talk down on them other Burnley
Uh-huh.
man.
Yeah.
But you see Barnes,
Keep the name out your mouth.
Don't this
see Barnes,
Barnes.
Your name out your
baller.
mouth. Yeah.
Proper goals.
Like he could play for like,
Newcastle.
Baller.
Someone's going to say Everton or something.
Baller.
you know what I'm saying? He could do
I
a bit.
think
Dominic Calvert-Lewin's 14th Premier League goal this season are the most by an Englishman for the Toffees in a Premier League campaign since
DCL.
Tony Cottee.
DCL
Ain't that
recording.
16 goals.
Can we?
Scorch, we still got a bet.
Tony.
Sorry, Tony Cottee scored 16. Calvert-Lewin's on 14. Scorch, we still got a bet.
What was
He
it?
needs to score 6 goals in
I've
10
lost.
games for me. You think?
I think I've lost.
Guys.
Wait, you think he's gonna get what?
I think we had a bet. So
20 goals?
Scorch is going to
He's not
take
getting,
us
Is he
on
in the
holidays.
FA Cup?
he's not getting 20 goals.
It was Prem goals, so you're good.
He's not getting 20 goals though.
Guys.
I'm saying 20 Prem goals and Scorch takes us on holiday. And if
What?
he scores...
Hey, he's adding bare like
if he
extras.
scores 19 goals, I take you on holiday.
Oh, sweet.
Guys.
So I'm just going on holiday this week.
Dominic
this is-
Calvert-Lewin.
yeah, sweet.
You're saying 14 goals. Can we put it into context?
It's hard.
He scored 11 in 11 at the start of the season.
Yeah. Along those lines.
And
Yeah,
now he's
tell
got
him, Jess.
14 goals. So you're telling me in the first 11 games, he scored 11 goals.
Mhm.
We're now 27 games in and he's
Yeah.
on 14 goals.
So it's taken him 16
Guys, read
games.
between the
Yeah, so
lines.
he's scored
16
three,
games
whatever, yeah.
to score 4 goals.
This is why I'm going back to Africa. I
So what
swear.
are you? So what?
Wakanda.
What are you saying?
I'm just angry.
What is that?
I'm
Why
just
are you-
angry.
What are you
Why are
saying
you
on
angry?
this? So what after that? What are you saying?
Yeah,
Why are you
I'm just,
angry?
I don't, let me,
You've just said, but then what is your point?
Yeah, like,
After
what,
that, yeah.
what's your actual problem?
can we not just talk about players that are just, my thing is when I wake up and
Nah.
This is what
What's
we have
that?
to deal with when we're doing this.
Shocking stuff.
I've got to deal
all
with
the
you
time.
lot.
All
This
the
is what
shocking
I've
stuff.
got to deal with.
Everton face Man City in the FA Cup quarterfinals next week on
luck.
Saturday.
Good luck.
Decent little game or turnovers. Absolute turnovers. And Burnley return to action against Southampton following the international break on Saturday, the 3rd of April. Did somebody say warm weather training holiday sesh in Dubai?
Shock.
I think, yeah, we're going to hear some stories leaking there.
Hey, can I just ask the viewers and that, yeah?
Mhm.
How do you lot feel about the FA Cup? Because I'm obviously like not all of us are in it. You get me?
Yeah.
And I'm not saying we should only watch like competitions that we're all in or whatever. But being honest, I don't really care about it. But if you lot care about it, then we'll care about it. So let us know how you feel about the FA Cup. And if you don't, you'll just hear about it when the big games are.
Me personally, I only care for it when it reaches at the least quarterfinals.
I'm
Yeah,
like
we're there now.
the final.
If Man United are playing.
If Man United is there.
Yeah, bonkers. Yeah, shout out to DCL on his 14 goals. Southampton and Brighton played earlier today. Brighton won 2-1. Brighton boss Graham Potter says Sunday's victory over Southampton has given the Seagulls renewed belief that they can retain their Premier League status. Leonardo Trossard's emphatic finish settled an entertaining South Coast contest. Danny Welbeck's deft touch freeing the Belgian winger to stride into the box and lash home. Great bit of movement. I think that's like archetypal Brighton football. It was tidy and the
When you
finish
say archetypal, you mean lovely, but at the end of the game is still in 16th place.
Do you know when,
Yeah.
you know when you just said that? You know, I just was looking at.
The
Do you know,
table.
I was squinting
Mhm.
2 seconds ago. I was
Yeah.
like, because it looks like 17th and 18th have got the same points, and one of them plays sexy football.
So I don't know. It's a great win for them. Call it a derby, but yeah, the goal was so good. Danny Welbeck decent top man play there. 3 successive defeats in a 5-game winless run prior to this.
That's funny though.
Brighton, what's
Dawson
going on
Creeks.
Dawson Creek.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
How did they think of that so quick?
So good. Yes,
They've got a
so
team.
Brighton had 3 successive defeats in a 5-game winless run. 2 of those defeats by West Brom and Crystal Palace came in games the Seagulls dominated, recording an aggregate shot count of 29 and 8. And I think that kind of sums up the
going
Brighton
on?
we've come to see.
They're on holiday, man.
10th defeat in 12 league games for Southampton.
They're on holiday.
Leaves them in 14th.
Southampton.
Very much in the relegation mix.
I'm sure
Although they have a
Southampton-
7-point cushion over Fulham.
Get me-
Hasenhüttl.
Let me know, guys. Were
Discuss.
Southampton? That must have been a dream. I thought they were top of the league at some stage.
I think in late November or December, yeah. They were top.
that happened. Yeah.
I'm telling you,
I was
they're on
we
holiday,
had the same
bro.
dream.
They're, since Christmas.
What, you think they're on the beach already?
Yes.
It's March.
Do you know where it went downhill for
Yes.
Southampton? When Ralph decided it was cool to cry in front of the whole world.
That
Oh.
Yeah.
was muggy.
That was very muggy. You
Against Liverpool.
yeah.
yeah.
That's where he fucked up.
That's what. That's
Fucked
what
up.
he.
When I think about it now, it was a kind of
When you look back now, you're just
it's
like,
like, why are you
oh,
crying,
wow.
bro? You
We're
just beat this bleeding
we're like
Liverpool. Like,
16 games into the
Yeah, I
season.
would have been embarrassed.
like, what the fuck?
Don't think it was even
The
16.
film doesn't
I
even
think
know
it
what
was
it
like
is,
11
though?
games.
There's something I think that was missed on us. He knew something we didn't know though.
Oh, he was crying for future
He was looking at his dad
occurrences. Yeah.
and clocked. Oh my god, my dad's a waste man now. This not forever, but
Right now, like he's,
my dad's a waste man in this moment.
that's why he cried. But yeah, they are very much in a crying situation. 10 defeats in 12 league games.
Bad.
They need to stop that slide because before you know it, you'll be in the mix playing decent football
In the Championship.
with Brighton. Yeah, in the champ. Lewis Dunk has now scored 20 league goals for Brighton. 15 of those headers. Those are stats that Dominic Calvert-Lewin would love to have himself. Southampton have lost their past 10 league games. Their previous 10 defeats in the competition were spread across 38 matches. So they need to address that quickly. And yeah, Danny Ings still out for them. The next game we are going to talk about...
Cut. Literally.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, give me 2 minutes.
All right, sweet.
How many games do we have left anyway? Is that it?
We got... I keep getting static shot. Fucking hell. Crystal Palace and West Brom. Chelsea and Leeds 0-0. Newcastle and Villa. All draws. But... Man United game.
We could have stopped there, you know. We could have stopped there.
Yeah, there's not much to say
Because
on
we
the
don't
other games.
really need to talk about the other games.
There's not a lot to say on
It's all 0-0s and draws.
we could fly over, it could literally take
2 minutes.
2-3 minutes.
You know the only thing? No, don't stop it. Wait. We forgot as well, but I couldn't tell you. We forgot the promo. We forgot to say anything about the promo.
I didn't forget. I thought it was Dan had.
No, but we just started speaking and then we just went into it. But we're just gonna finish in 1 minute. We've got nothing to talk about.
We got
'Cause the games are
there's
finished.
three nondescript silly games.
Let's finish it quick. We're done.
I'm starving though.
No, done.
I can tell Scott just starving because the attention. Sorry, bro. The attention.
Go ahead, Dan.
Like you keep coming in and out.
Do you want to do that at
Do
the
you want
end?
to clap or yeah, we could do that.
Yeah, do that then.
I'll just, I didn't even clap at the beginning. Let me clap now so I can just sync up this one. Blood clot!
Do you know what you do? You can put in the like, subscribe, share there.
Yeah, just cut it.
Yeah.
Cool. The next game we are going to look at was probably I wouldn't call it an entertaining affair.
Hang
Definitely
on.
wouldn't say that.
Dave, what's going on over there?
With what? The heater.
Yeah.
Warming up.
He's on
he's sneaky.
cold conditions.
Yeah, he's trying to get the best out of us.
Stoke.
Crystal
Dave,
Palace.
Stoke on a Sunday night.
But before we continue, because I'm really fucked off right now. Yeah, yeah.
Oh.
No, honestly, I know I'm
He was
smiling.
shaking.
I
He was
know
shaking.
I'm smiling,
He was
Dave.
shaking. I
Yeah,
can see his legs going.
yeah. Look at you, yeah, and look at all of us.
Smug.
Yeah, yeah.
I'll work out it.
Think about it. Yeah,
Is that thing on?
it's on now. It wasn't on this whole time.
Right.
My foot is numb.
No, he's trying to recreate the conditions at Selhurst Park yesterday. There was hailstones and was starving. The wind was blowing.
the hell was
It was buttons. I was watching it thinking I'd hate to be a goalkeeper or a linesman in these conditions. But that tells you a lot about the game. Quite poor. Crystal Palace, West Brom. Crystal Palace welcomed back Zaha to their starting lineup. First time since the start of Feb. He refused to take the knee.
I was gonna say,
Any
yeah.
thoughts?
I'm with him.
I'm with him.
Yep.
You stand with him.
Listen, I stand with him. Guys, I'm not a political person, but
We're not political in ACG, but
But
I'm not a racist.
Well, I will do,
But we got a bit of politics.
I had a guy come to work the other day. Yeah, West Ham fan gives me ag every time he comes into
Shock.
work. Yeah, and he's like, Jess. Yeah, honestly, that's how he sounds. Yeah,
you know, it's our first
Is
one.
it Sean
Does he actually?
Yes.
I don't even know his name.
I
He's
think about
just
Sean
one of
Dyche.
the guys that comes in. And he's like, "What do you think about all this?" And we had a little chat.
Okay.
Yeah,
Nice.
and then this Zaha stuff come out. But no, if I was a football player right now, I'd probably just kneel just because I can't be bothered to explain why I'm not. I just rather no one talk to me.
Yeah.
I'd rather just get it over and done with. It's like when you're in the dentist chair, you close your eyes and just finish it. You're done. All right,
Can't wait
cool.
to get out of it.
And then,
You know what it is? I think like if you're doing like whatever you're doing, if you're kneeling or not kneeling,
Yeah.
like what I do actually respect is that Zaha, and I'm starting to like Zaha more and more as a person. Strangely, I think it's because he's growing as a man. Maybe I'm starting to
I guess
warm to him.
You're starting to see him more, and you're getting a deeper insight into what's going on. In
But
how
I like
the
what
football-
I like mostly about it is that you can, like, he's obviously gone away and done some
Spoken,
research and
yeah,
thought
yeah.
about it, and this is the decision he's come to, and I think that's cold as a black man and a black footballer. Like, he's not just going with whatever; he's actually having to think about it and coming to his decision. And I think more. I don't want to be political, but I think like more black people need to do similar things, as in make your own decisions about things.
make your own decisions.
Actually,
please, guys.
research.
Yeah,
Yeah,
have a look.
Because if a lot of people did their research, let me not go there.
We'd
But
know if a lot of people did their research. We'd know
We-
Ross Barkley could be playing for Nigeria.
Exactly.
Yeah, there is that.
And why isn't Mikel Antonio already playing for Jamaica?
Because he was waiting
Just
for
waiting
the
for
England.
the
Didn't get the call up.
confirmation.
What the hell?
There's been no international break.
So he didn't get the call up. So Yardi's doing Yardy things. You see this big bulldozer, yeah,
Yeah.
that can play all up
He's
that
kind
side.
Where have we gone?
What?
Where have
are you-
We've gone from
He did nothing today.
Yeah.
When Zaha's been on the pitch this season in the Premier League, he's scored or assisted 12 of Palace's 28 goals. That's 43%. Very-
28 goals in 28
Very
games.
reliant on him.
Major player.
Hey, do you guys remember when we put up a post and we had a chat about Traore, Zaha, and there was another one. It was like start sub self.
So
Who was the other one?
It's got to be on the Instagram still, but we've got like
Pepe.
1,000
Pepe.
posts.
Stuff. You're gonna be here for a
you'll
while.
be here forever,
Pepe?
man. Just
It wasn't Pepe. Was it Adama
Was it
Traore?
Rashford?
No, Traore. It was wingers. Traore, him, and then who was the other one? You sure it wasn't
Hopefully-
Pepe?
hopefully I didn't
Zaha,
delete it.
Traore. There was another one.
736
remember it.
posts.
I don't remember it myself.
I don't know. I'm going to keep scrolling.
But
You
the
guys
bottom
keep
line is
talking.
though, out of all of those kind of level wingers, I think he's
He's the
stood
man
out.
in that space. Yeah,
He kind of looks like he needs to
Stats.
nick a move again.
he's mad.
It's
It's the
that
same. We
stupid
keep saying the
price
same
tag.
thing
It's that-
every
it's that
single
price
year.
tag.
But yeah, 43% of Palace's goals when he's been on the pitch in the Prem have come through him. It wasn't to be the case yesterday. Milivojevic converted from the penalty spot as he so often used to do a few seasons back after a ridiculous handball from West Brom's Furlong. It happened a few weeks ago with Ajayi. Just poor decisions from them costing them dearly. I think Big Sam will be relegated for the first time in the Premier League. He said there's 27 points available and 20 needed. He told Sky Sports, "We can only really afford to drop 7 points. Seeing as they've amassed 18 points after 29 games
Whoa,
so
you
far,
lost me with the
I
points.
can't see it happening myself."
But yeah,
West Brom have failed to score in 15 league games this
they
season.
don't even deserve stats.
Matt Phillips became the 32nd player to play a Premier League game
even
on
des-
his birthday this season and the 5th to do so.
don't even
for
deserve
West
to
Brom.
be spoken about. Why
This
do we
term.
speak about West Brom? AC
Remember the
gaffers,
start of
do
the season, we didn't see
Do you know
much
what's
of,
mad?
much of them.
We used to speak about speaking about it.
And now we speak about it, man. And I guess we realize.
Do you know what it is though? No,
speak
because
about-
we're getting to the business end of the season when they become interesting.
Yeah. Them
fine.
before, prior to 15 games, there's not much to
Not
talk
much,
about.
isn't it?
But yeah, West Brom, they look like they're out of here. Chelsea and Leeds, drew 0-0. I expected goals here, didn't get any. Thomas Tuchel said Chelsea need to be more clinical after being held by Leeds in a high-tempo, goalless encounter. I remember him saying that maybe last week.
That's another false nine
Yeah.
malarkey again,
Yeah.
isn't it?
Giroud
again?
sitting on the
Just
bench.
forget
Would you
it.
play Giroud?
Yeah, but
Hey, do you know what I'm not really on though? When like Kai Havertz is not playing shit,
Let's not.
don't tell
Keep
me
saying
he's
stuff.
playing cold.
Ah.
Just play the normal.
Played well against Everton, I think.
But what
Yeah,
is
I don't know.
when we say playing well? What do we mean?
on the ball.
for him.
What we mean by playing well is not having an absolute stinker.
Yeah, relative.
Yeah.
It's relative. It's relative.
Recent
everything-
performances.
Yeah.
The Blues stretched their unbeaten run under the German manager to 12 games, but wasted several good chances, including 2 for Kai Havertz, who started in attack.
There's questions though, because I wasn't really understanding the shape and the team selection, if I'm just being real.
Yeah,
I'm not really getting Mount left wing.
there's a lot of. I feel like
Mount left wing, not
there's
really getting
a lot
it.
of attacking players they have
So many.
in their roster, and then they just chuck them out there and just hope something comes back. But Pulisic hasn't been the same player since the FA Cup final when I think he did his hammy. Project Restart was good for him, but ever since then it hasn't been good.
Bad.
Awful under Tuchel, well, in terms of minutes for him. Ziyech looking like a poor signing. I'm gonna say it. Don't care.
We going there, yeah?
Don't care.
Alright, cool. Sweet.
Ziyech is looking like a poor signing.
Big up Trend as well. Big up Trend LV, pal. He's a Chelsea fan.
Yeah.
And yeah.
Yeah.
He's-
A good cross where Havertz should have done better, but like you can't go to the end of the season.
Yeah, we're kind of in March now.
You speak to the board and whatever and all the coaches and say, what are your highlights? Okay, he did well against, I think it was Burnley
Cross.
and Newcastle, and then that cross against Leeds. Yeah, it's not enough.
Have
Not
Chelsea got like a number 10?
Got a few.
impressed.
Got a few.
Yeah.
Like who? Like who?
Havertz.
Havertz
I would have
can
said
play
I
in
would
that
say
area.
Man can do.
I wouldn't say Mount. I wouldn't say Mount.
He's not though. He's not.
not-
He's a
no,
number
no,
8.
not a pure play.
Straight 8.
So Mount isn't one.
No, I wouldn't say.
But 10s are like a myth.
What
like,
is a 10?
So you said
Yeah.
there's bare
Bruno.
and you haven't
No,
named
no,
one yet.
but well, modern
Bruno.
10. So the equivalents. Well, modern 10s are basically 8s, and they
Oh,
can do
pussy
all
holes.
sorts of things.
Because
Yeah.
it's not Kovacic, Jorginho or Kante.
no, they're the
no.
teams that-
It's
but
not
they're
Mount,
the players
yeah?
that are performing.
It's not Mount. I think it was meant to be Havertz, but he's not performing.
Ziyech.
It comes off the wing, but
bit of
nah,
a
I'll call him
winger
a
though,
winger.
he's
I'll call him a winger.
I thought it was a number 10.
They haven't
then,
got
but
anyone
he's
to
a
play
bit
there. That's
wingerish.
what the problem with Chelsea is.
Havertz,
But you
should
don't know.
be
But
able
we
to
don't
play
need.
there.
Why do
But
they
yeah,
need a 10?
They don't
They
play.
need a 10.
They don't. They play.
They need
what,
something.
3 at the back.
I know they
They
haven't
just need
lost.
Werner to just stop pissing about
Yeah.
and put it in the net.
That, yeah.
Their
No,
problem
that would
is
help.
not
If you
having a
slow
number
down,
9.
this is what you do. Slow down and go,
Musa.
then have a shot. Like, it was like, you get me?
Yeah. In failing to beat Leeds, Chelsea missed out on a chance to move above third place. Leicester, Tuchel's run of 10 Premier League games unbeaten since the start of a new manager's reign is second only to Nottingham Forest's Frank Clark and Chelsea's Maurizio Sarri.
I just want to say also, Rudiger did some good things.
He's been playing well under Tuchel.
He
and
done
that's-
some header in the 6-yard box, and I was like,
Aggression.
"Do you want to die?" Like,
Aggression.
he
He's
got
at that place.
bro, he got across Bamford, and I thought, bro, you're one of them man that don't really fear death.
Yeah. No, I've liked the way Rudiger has played underneath Tuchel. A couple of things I've seen I've liked from him. And it's good to see for a player who was unfairly treated, I'd say, by possibly the coaching staff prior to and the media.
I got a shout out.
Yo,
Shout out Jody Morris, the kid.
every time.
Yeah, sorry,
Big up.
I see you in the I think somebody showed me something. You tagged something and it was some scorch stuff, but we're not really here for that. So if you know Jody Morris, tell him ACG Armchair Gaffers.
The new
We'd
joint.
love to hear what you think of the show. You know,
Jodes.
I'm
and I hope you get a good next job as well.
Yeah.
I think that
I'm
will
gonna start
happen.
doing shout outs because Scorcher does like 8 shout outs per segment.
He's got
So
a lot of friends.
Shout out
shout out
my big
My
batty thing.
man,
yeah.
Over that side, she
Over
knows who
Yasser.
she is. I can't really say her name,
But she knows who
but
she is.
she knows who she
She
is.
knows.
Yo,
She knows.
Keisha,
Get
LaQuisha,
me.
yo, Sandra, Miss Cassandra. All of you.
are
This
you
is the
talking like
one.
that? Why is that?
Going
Because
on.
I'm doing a Scorcher.
Yeah, wrap
I
it
don't
up.
talk like that though.
That's exactly how you
Leeds,
talk.
Leeds, who have only won one of their last 6 games, Strugs, were dealt a blow in the first half when they lost top scorer Patrick Bamford, 100th appearance for the club, to injury. They lost him to injury, sorry, in front of Gareth Southgate as well. He's always just watching. He's always in the weird game.
I'm never going to forgive Gareth
He's not at the
Southgate.
popping games at the minute, man. He's always in weird places. Gareth
Yeah.
Southgate.
I'm never going to forgive Gareth Southgate.
Mendy looked very good. I know the jury has been out on him for many. More clean sheets than goals conceded in his time at Chelsea.
I don't think he's bad.
I think he's gonna get replaced.
I just think he's just doing what he's doing.
And this is the other joke as well.
That's mad.
I think,
he's
no,
not-
I do.
he's
honestly,
not young, by the way, yeah, so
Yeah,
people
that's
think-
where I was
people
going
think-
with it.
People think he's young.
People call him young Mendy. Young Mendy. He's like
No.
young. There's lots of young.
Yeah, yeah.
When you
We're
get
going that
old
high.
and you got young in your name, it gets techie.
Yeah.
That's why I opted
Bit.
just Scorcher.
Take Young out. Chelsea lack attacking prowess, which is funny when you look at the supposed riches they have at their disposal. Just not clicking for them. Could they have done with Giroud making his front post run yesterday? I think so.
No, man.
Champions
'cause
League.
You don't know what
Saving
you're going to get.
Yeah,
You don't know what you're going to get
saving
with
it for
Ollie.
the.
I guess yesterday was another example of how Leeds can entertain and frustrate in equal measures. How many of these games here have Leeds had this season?
Oh, yeah,
million.
Meslier on a different
Wait,
note.
he's fucking bleeding, ain't he?
He's crazy. I rate him. He's good. He's
such a
good.
teenager,
He's good,
man,
but he's
like,
just such a little boy.
Yeah,
How old is he?
Because I see him come for something. Yeah,
See how old he is.
I think he's like 19. I see him come for something. Yeah,
Shit.
and it got a bit. Yeah,
Yeah,
and then literally like 10, 15 seconds later,
21. Yeah.
he's fucking come and claimed some mad thing. Like grabbed it, snatched it out of the air, dropped on the floor, rolled. I'm like, yeah, what it is you're just a little boy, so the
Yeah,
consistency is
It's
not
not
there.
just there. Yeah,
He's
yeah.
actually
He's
a
very-
baby boy when you think about it in goalkeeper terms as well.
Young,
Big
man.
up, Witter from Hear Me Out as well. Because yeah,
It's
we'll
like
big
being
him
back
up.
on the radio,
Yeah.
Pirate Radio again.
Oh,
He made
shout outs.
No, but you know, I don't like to steal people's shots. He made a great
Credit
shot.
where credit's due. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
CC.
Big up Witter. He's the same person that said to me, Chiesa plays in the same style as Heung-min Son. Great shot. He said Meslier reminds him of a young De Gea. Not bad.
People say that
Not
a
a
lot.
bad
That's a go-to shout. I hear a
Not in
lot.
playing style, but in terms of the things he struggles with. Like there's things he excels at, and they're not necessarily the same thing as De Gea. But the things that they struggle at in the Premier League, I feel like are the same thing. I feel like he's going through a similar transition if he stays in the Premier League.
Yeah, we will see. Leeds are sliding a touch. They'll be worried about Bamford's injury in the first half. This also led to another subbed on, subbed off saga with Rodrigo, but Bielsa confirmed that this was due to a lack of match fitness. Randomly, I watched the under-23 game of Leeds versus Wolves in the week, and Rodrigo was playing.
Fuck me.
Wait, he said lack of match fitness when he's played him to try and get
not
a
injured.
bit of
He was
fitness.
No, he's
lack of match fitness. Was he?
But
came off?
he's not injured.
But you brought him on to get.
Yeah, but then he isn't fit. But yeah, he came off some stats. Chelsea have drawn 3 of their 10 Premier League games under Tuchel 0-0, more than they did in the 57 under previous manager Frank Lampard. They only drew 2 0-0 games. Chelsea have conceded just 2 goals in their 10 Premier League games under Tuchel. No manager has conceded fewer in their first 10 games in charge in the competition's history. He's level with Jose Mourinho, so good company. Only Edison has kept more clean sheets than Edward Mendy. Quick one, combo and clean sheet stats. Is it solely based on the best keeper, or do you think it's like the defense as well?
both.
Oh.
Yeah,
Yeah, you can't.
not even just the defense. The whole team, guys. Like come on, the system, guys. You defend from the front,
system.
so it all depends on what's happening.
That's
further up the pitch.
system.
The system.
That was
That's the
the system. Since we're on the subject of Leeds, Bielsa, we didn't really get into Wilder Scorcher.
Bro, that's 22. I don't talk about Chris Wilder in 2021. That's not my responsibility.
So you're a coward as well, Scorcher.
Bro, look, listen. Does he manage in the Premier League?
No.
This is the weekend review where we speak about the Premier League.
Yeah.
I don't know anything about that. I don't know that, man.
We don't talk about former managers.
And the last game we'll talk about is Newcastle versus Aston Villa. 1-1 draw. Jamaal Lascelles scored in stoppage time to rescue a point. For relegation threatened Newcastle following a dramatic finale against Aston Villa at St James's Park. I watched this. The quality was so bad. I could see why Newcastle are in the trouble that they are.
I could see Lascelles at Aston Villa if Newcastle get relegated.
Yeah, I don't think he'll go down with them.
Did
I'll be honest, he's good enough to stay in the Prem.
Decent shape up.
Did Callum Wilson play?
No, he was in
He's
the crowd
injured.
though. They did, the pan to
This
the
is-
injured players.
That's why they're struggling.
This
Like, this is why this is happening.
And this is why I can't stand you people. Yeah, you hype players up. By you people, not just you guys.
Yeah. But
Everyone in the world. Yeah.
Nice.
Start of the season, I think Hendrick and Wilson scored. Oh, this Newcastle team looking the
Wilson scored.
Wilson. What did I say?
Wilson's not
You said
playing.
Hendrick as well. And I don't.
What, he didn't score as well.
Who, Hendrick?
Yeah, and
I don't know how many goals.
no, in the first game of the season.
Okay.
Talk about the first game of the season. Everyone was hyping up Newcastle with Wilson. They'll definitely challenge, and you're back doing what Newcastle do best.
Without Wilson.
Without Wilson, though.
Yeah.
But he's
man
been
said,
there.
Man said, the man were hyping up Hendrick.
Whoever you lot are, you're sick people.
Sick heads.
Sick people. Largely dull encounter, destined to end a goalless draw. Ollie Watkins header deflected off Kieran Clark and went in off the underside of the bar. That just shows like when you're in the bottom, weird things happen.
Darlow is good, by the way.
Good keeper, right?
Yeah, very good. I like Darlow. But I think did Dubravka play? They look similar.
Oh, but he's a good keeper as well, Dubravka as well.
Yeah, they got two good keepers who both.
Oh shit! You know,
I think it was Dubravka.
You know?
But they look very similar with
Wait,
a little.
wait. That is mad. You know, sorry,
They actually do.
I know you watch this show to get our ideas, hear what we think about football, but I'm just going to be honest with you. I completely forgot.
It was Dubravka. Yeah, I just had a look.
Oh, it was Dubravka.
But they
do look the same.
There was one where I think he made a save, and like where the keeper goes to like his towel or whatever, and the camera kind of below, and I was like, "Is that Darlow or Dubravka?"
Bro, I was on my PlayStation when the game was on, and I was saying to man, "Hey, Darlow's decent, you know. Like if man, like I'm having the convo about if they go,
it does Darlow.
I'm not saying for Tottenham, but
man are like, yeah, Darlow's doing well tonight.
Right, you know?
No one said.
But I tell you what though, if they do go down, even if they don't go down, they got to sell one of them.
Couple scrap parts there, yeah.
No, just to keep
Saying
Just keep
Gucci Max.
Oh yeah, nothing else.
If you need a winger, don't buy one.
Don't go. Yeah, the point does nothing for Newcastle relegation concerns. I could think of better ways to spend my Friday nights moving forwards. Newcastle massively uninspiring. Villa's win rate without Grealish continues to fall. They've just won one of their 5 games since he picked up a leg injury. Stinky. Konsa, growing as a player, had to bail out Mings on a couple occasions.
Are you not ready to say it now?
He's been doing
I'm joining you. Yeah.
Okay.
He's the A side in that partnership.
I've been trying to tell guys, like Mings as a person, I like him. I'm just saying, my thing isn't that I'm saying he's a shit centre back. That's not what I'm saying. What I am saying is I don't feel he's at the level where he deserves to be, to just walk into the England team. I felt like he just kind of got in the England team. And
the timing was all good.
But it's all right, because Stones is here now. Now we understand.
Newcastle have won just 2 of their last 17 Premier League matches. Yuck, Bruce out. Only Sheffield United have failed to score in the first half of more Premier League games this season than Newcastle United.
Is it Bruce out?
I think it is. It's time. Newcastle travel to Brighton in a big clash next Saturday, while Aston Villa host Spurs on Sunday. And that brings us to the end of the weekend review. Please like, share, subscribe, comment below. Tell us where we're right. Tell us where we're wrong. Thumbs up as well, please. They will count in the algorithm. Shout out to Drink Up for providing the cups. Shout out to Island Drops for providing the juice that we're about to get into. And we'll catch you tomorrow for the Continental Corner.
Thank
Peace.
you.